I'm back. Last time, I showed you how to infinitely generate mana at the cost of taboos, but not the same ones as in the game like the coffin. This time, what are we going to do this time? I guess we're going to get some spells to use all this mana with. After all, what's the point of having a bunch of Mahoi if we're not going to use it? I'm sure those source berries are very useful plants. I'll be using them plentiful, I'm sure, because I definitely know what they do. Now, we can actually take the Gaia Scroll out of the glove. We'll never be taking Strengthening out, because Strengthening is the core to this entire system. The Gaius we keep in our inventory because there's always the chance we end up needing it. Oh, this goes into this chest. As should these iron ingots. This horse armor can go anywhere. We have a skull already, right? So this should go... Yeah, it stacks. So, we'll need some more wool in order to make a couple more scrolls that we can swap out, but let's start with a fun one, shall we? We all know a good offense is good, but Maui Sukai isn't known for making very many offensive spells. There's a few, but they're not... It's not the primary purpose. So let's grab a Noble Phantasm, shall we? Row Ice. 2 gold and a quartz, was that? And an iron. Well, thankfully iron's cheap, so we can just grind up some iron to have on reserve. Now, there's some really cool spells in Maui Sukai that aren't just productive. Row Ice is both cool and productive. So this is one of Archer's Noble Phantasms. And so here, let's strengthen real quick. Here, we'll spend a good chunk of mana strengthening. There we go. Gravity Boundary. 2 gold, 1 iron. My bad. What's a Gravity Boundary look like? So I made the wrong spell. Gravity Boundary. Cloth is optional. Increases the gravity of mobs other than the caster in 10. It drains 1 mana from the caster every 2 seconds. So what does that do? What if I just... Oh! And then I just start... Okay. Ah, finally, more than 1. Alright, so... Okay, I can now just place that boundary on the ground and increase gravity for other mobs besides myself. That's neat, I suppose. Wasn't what I was trying to do, but that's neat. We're going to just take that out. Put that there. So, let's create the proper spell. Sorry, I just sneezed. I'm not sorry I sneezed, but I'm sorry I was starting to sneeze and I had to mute the mic. 2 gold, 1 iron, not 1 gold, 2 iron. There we go. Now we have Row Ice, which is a cool spell. Because it creates a big-ass shield. Oh, give me 1 moment. And I'm back. Okay. So, this shield prevents anything from getting through it. But that's not all. If you hold shift while on one side of it, it sends you through. But now, well, other mobs couldn't get through, but I can. Now, a fun thing you can do, because it launches you, if I hold shift, not quite in range. If I hold shift and I do this, oh, we need another one. Another one. Now, it does cost quite a bit of mana, but now... I also love how well animated this mod is. And these last for a good amount of time. And this thing will block arrows. This thing will prevent mobs from going through it. Oh, well, the first one I placed is gone now, but I have a fun little shield and trampoline. And I can pass through it. If I hold shift, I can't. So that's one spell I love to use. It's good for travel. Well, it's good for launching yourself. It's not spectacular for travel, but I will use it for it anyways because I think it's funny. I am low on food. Oh, you know what? I think there's food on that ship. There is a better spell for mobility. Yeah, I think I'll get that one in a moment. Oh, that's too high. We're going to need to create one down here. There we go. And now, theoretically, you could take fall damage, but as we'll recall, I have boots that prevent me from taking fall damage. Okay, we'll take this raw fish. Give me all the raw fish. Then we'll just cook it all up. Bart's playing his tunes. Oh. Dolphin gives me swim speed. Nice. So that's Row Ice. It's based off of Unlimited Blade Work Archers. Noble Phantasm. And, you know, he has a famously pretty cool set of them. Now, Emiya Archer has a more famous Noble Phantasm. Another problem with this, I keep dealing damage to myself. I have to keep healing, which is annoying. For those of you who do know his more famous Noble Phantasm, where is it? Did I pass over it? Oh wait, no, here it is. It's okay. Its name isn't actually listed here. So it costs 3 diamond essence. And this is Emiya Archer's more famous Noble Phantasm. Oh, do I even have enough mana to cast it? 4,000. I do not have enough to cast it at the moment. Because I've been spamming Row Ice over and over again. So we'll wait a moment on that. Or I guess we'll monitor our food so we can conserve coal by throwing in the next pieces of... Oh, we can't cook these, huh? Really? Can't cook halibut? Use it to make chum. And I can make 12 fillet out of it with a knife. And then I can make sushi out of seagrass and fillet, which is decent. Can I make anything out of that? No. Maybe? I can turn it into nutritional paste. So essentially no. But I can turn it into fillet using a knife. Okay, an iron knife is just... Me might as well. Get it all to stack. Would be nice. So it was for a knife, and then I just... Okay. Apparently that can't be turned into fillet. Oh, it's a different amount depending on the fish. So halibut's worth a lot. But the shruma can't be. And the bass can be. Hunt and gather. Craft a knife to scavenge extra goods. So that's a knife from Farmer's Delight. Okay, and what can I do with the shruma? Of course. They're the shrumas. You turn them into mushrooms. Should have really seen that one coming, huh? Well, let's create another chest. We got more stuff to put. Eventually, just like last time, eventually this will get organized. Anyways, got to keep putting all my mana into this. Oh, probably need shears. Gotta doubt the knife. Works, yeah. Whoops, drowning again. Grab up all of this seagrass. Delicious, delicious seagrass. 26, that's one too many. That'll create 25 sushi, which has an okay saturation. It's not amazing. Apparently cooked cod is worse than cooked salmon. Interesting. Anyways, that's just sort of a cool spell. We'll also want a few others from here. For instance, Ascension, when used without cloth, will teleport anything, including items, to the top of the highest Y value it can find. While in cloth form, will just teleport me. A spell like this is very useful, as one can imagine. Let's say you're down in the caves, and you don't want to be down in the caves anymore. Well, simple solution. Use the Ascension Scroll. Voila, we keep that in inventory. Probably need a backpack soon enough, so I should probably get crafting on one of those. Wait, we need mana. So expend it all in here, then we sleep. When we wake up, we'll have more mana back. There we go. Let me put that in here. 3,000, we're getting there. I'll be able to show you what that does soon enough. Other ones we want. Boundaries aren't as important to me right now. There are some really neat effects in like the eyes effects, but I'm not going to use those at the moment. Eventually, I will be using one of those, but so this is 2 gold and a diamond. This isn't really one you need to use the gauntlet for, but I might as well. I think I remember myself saying 2 gold and a diamond. Yep. So we'll quickly take the reality marble out. How expensive is this one? Okay, the initial scroll only costs 100. But it's too expensive for me to wield right now. Some of you who watch anime might recognize this staff. I can't afford to use this right now, but it's a fun tool to help us out later. Alrighty, so next we need... you don't really need any of this stuff. The Cup of Heaven is impossible to understand. Borrowed Authority, 3 gold. Very important to me. Borrowed Authority. Probably one of the greatest. Oh, need this and this. Put that in there, that there. Bada bing, bada boom. Put the cloth on the ground. Stab myself. Put that there. 2, 3. Now, Borrowed Authority allows me to do this. Now, normally, so if I hold space, it charges my jump. Gives me a really high amount of speed. But it doesn't make me immune to fall damage. Thankfully, we have that covered from a different source. But it also works through water by allowing me to go like this. Now, unfortunately... Oh, another fun thing it allows you to do is it allows you to punch mobs really hard and they go flying into walls. So that one's one of the best mobility spells that this mod has to offer. Again, it's a little expensive, so I did just burn away some of the mana that would have been spent on showing you the reality marble. But that's okay. You're at 2,800. We'll get there. It's not. It doesn't take us very long at all to regenerate mana. And since we're regenerating it by the 60s, so already up to 3,000. C will be there before you know it. Let's slot it in the meantime, though. Strengthening always stays. Row ice. We'll take out Borrowed Authority. And some of you may be very curious, those of you who don't know this mod, because I doubt this mod is... I mean, it's got to be pretty well known. Mod of Minecraft's played by a lot of gamers. Gamers tend to overlap their interest with other online media, such as Japanese cartoons. So it's not unfounded to think that there's probably a section viewers who already know what this is going to do or what it's going to and those who already know what it's going to look like in this mod. But some of you may not. Some of you might know what it should look like, and some of you are probably like entirely confused by this entire concept. But that's okay. It really is okay. Because I'm pretty close to just showing you, and then all the suspense will be gone. All right, so there's 4,000. Now let's find an enemy, because I think I can use this on somebody. I don't think I hit him. But welcome to Emia's Reality Marble, Unlimited Blade Works. It's filled with wonder ability swords. But hey, wonder ability doesn't mean worthless. Unenchanted. Sharpness 2. Now, I don't know what the limits are to the enchantments, but theoretically, you could run around for a while. It appears like it's mainly Sharpness 2 and Knockback 2. But you could just run around here collecting swords and just, you know, eventually make a full durability diamond sword. Now, it would take a lot of time, but you might be wondering, well, how do you get out? You just cast a spell again? That costs a lot of mana, doesn't it? I guess I'll grind off of the enchants, I suppose. So you can get sharpened 2 books. But like here, see, now I have a decent durability diamond sword. There's also stone swords as well. But they're just sticking out of the ground. Now, if there was something like a netherite sword, that would be worth just like, you know, stealing entirely. Oops. Now, the reason that these actually increase durability each time I do this is because when you combine 2 swords in Minecraft, it combines their durabilities plus 10%. Now, you lose their enchants, but they do gain 10% durability off of this. So here I go, I'm just running around. And now, to the question, how do you get out of here? I think I remember the answer, but I'm not entirely sure. Here we are, whoops. Just keep combining swords. I don't know what the most efficient manner for this is. Just combining swords. We almost have a full durability diamond sword now. One more. Now, is this really worth it? No. Also recall that we did spend 3 diamond dust, which technically was obtained without grinding any diamonds, but all that for a diamond sword when I already have the ender, which is effectively the same thing. In a mod pack, doesn't mean much. Now, how do you get out? I believe it's just taking damage. Now, I'm pretty sure you can target a creature. It's just I couldn't really because we were underwater and it was weird targeting for that. But yeah, we spent a ton of mana. Oh, I lagged out a bunch right there. Okay. Now I'm good. Yeah, that's the reality marble. It's not particularly useful, but I think if there's another person there, it does force you to fight them to the death, so I guess that could be useful. So I'll leave borrowed authority in there for now. You said it, pal. So that's just a few of the fun spells. There are many fun spells in here. But a lot of them cost a lot of points. And some of these are only really good in multiplayer. For instance, scrying. You simply drop the name tag. You create the circle on the ground. And then if you use a name tag and name the name tag after a mob with a name, which includes a player, then it will show you them and their surroundings, which is really cool. But it only really works in multiplayer because it doesn't really do you much good when there's nothing to look at. Butterfly effect is really cool. The familiar is it's cool, but it's not that good. Presence concealment is terrible. We'll I'll do it real quick. It's funny bad. Alright, what did I need? I had diamond, ender, iron. Or is that quartz? Iron. So I need diamond, so we go over to our exchange thing over here. I get diamond, doesn't look like I did. There we go. And so this is again a scroll that creates something. We'll use it in the glove just in case, I guess. It creates a pair of daggers, the Rippers. Now, they are a funny pair of daggers. They increase your speed. And when you right click, it creates this fog. And it makes you fully invisible. This is excluding equipment, but... Now the invisibility lasts, I believe, as long as you are within the fog. Or I guess it's that X effect in the upper left. And then the fog and my invisibility will wear out. Oh, it's just until I do something. Okay, my idol of illusion triggered. I think that happened because I was dying. Okay, so if I do something, then my invisibility wears off. That spider is serious business. It could have killed me. I could have been killed. But that's what the daggers do. They're actually much better than I remember now. That fog used to cause so much lag. Like an obscene amount of lag. Oh, so you're passive during the day like a spider. Okay. So those used to be the lag the server button, because when I would press right click, I used to cause an immense amount of lag because I was playing this on a server. When one Ripper is wielded, right clicking will create a thick fog either around the user or the target. Doing the above with the Ripper in either hand will provide true presence concealment in addition to the fog, rendering the player invisible in his items. Because they are intended to be dual wielded, it is possible to make attacks simultaneously with both. Furthermore, attacking from behind will deal bonus damage. Take note that your invisibility will disappear temporarily after you attack, but will return shortly after. Monsters may or not be affected because of their ability to track you. So that's the Ripper daggers, and they're as strong as like a diamond sword, but they have a much higher attack speed, and they boost your move speed. So I mean, they're not bad. They're just not great. But I mean, I guess we'll use at least one. Probably not two. I guess we'll keep the second one. Anyways, we needed a backpack, right? Holds mighty knowledge. Place her on enchantment table, just like bookshelf to get high level. Okay. Cactus acts like a real life cactus. If it is raining and above, acts as the backpack will fill up. Okay. Hmm. Whoa. That tune. I was reading stuff, but tune goes hard. Bard saw me reading, and when we need to spice up the content, stat. He's being boring. Well, regardless, I need a default thing, which means I'll need a sleeping bag, which will require some wool. There's only one reliable place to get wool. The single ram. Hey, you should grow back your wool so we don't have to stand here looking at you like this. Don't you think? Just take a nibble. Just look down. Grass. Grass. Don't you think grass yummy? Yeah? Yeah, just like that. He's doing. Yeah, just like that. Alright, that was only one. Hey, you mind, I know it's a little awkward, but could you, like, do it again? It'd be really cool. All of my friends would think you were, like, the coolest guy if you could just do it again. You know, just do it for me, please. Come on, guy. Just a little nibble. A little bit of grass. Just take a bite. Just a little bit. Just a nibble of grass. Yummy grass. It's very good. Buddy, I don't want to be hostile toward you. Just like that guy's doing. See, just like that. See, he's showing you it's safe. It's good. Oh, he's doing it again. Yeah, just like that. Come on, man. Just look down and take a nice nibble. Buddy, please, just eat the grass. Dude, if there was somebody else around here, I would go to them, but there's nobody else around here. I'm asking you to do me a favor, man. Come on. Fine, I'll try looking for somebody else. Since you don't want to be very cooperative. Those are the immortal deer. Alright, there's a little mining hill here in case you ever need it. Alright, and we're finding no sheep. Alright, I mean, we're probably just going to have to go back to waiting for that guy to eat more grass and regrow wool, but, you know, it's not really like the biggest deal. Spectral steed has faded. Well, I mean, he lasted longer than any of us expected him to. Well, he lasted longer than I expected him to, and, you know. Hello. Several sheep. How excited I am to see you. Oh, and you all want to give more than one piece of wool? You're much too kind. My God. Each and every... Fell into the only hole that existed here. Alright, we now have plenty of wool to use for any real occasion. We can put that in the traveler's backpack. Theoretically, with a sleeping bag in the traveler's backpack, I should be able to sleep using the traveler's backpack, right? I mean, that's what I would assume. Yeah, little bird, that's exactly what I was saying. And so I should be able to just, use it for sleeping, for crafting, for eating, for showering. No, that's specifically the cactus one, which catches water. That guy will eventually fade away, but he's not expensive to remake. Here, we'll just turn all of this into white wool. I'm not sure if it matters, but take up less space that way. I need 3. Alright. Alright. We have a white sleeping bag. 4 leather. Gold. We'll need some glass. I haven't mined any sand yet. Now, I could mine the sand normally, like a human being. Or... or I could hit the sand with a hammer. It was exceedingly funny, but now I have to clean up this spot. No, it was definitely worth it just to do it. Alright, what do I need? 12? There we go. I might as well do 16 because I'll be using coal anyways. That hammer spell is extremely funny. I don't see the productive use in it, but God, if it's not hilarious. Just giant spectral hammer, and it just wham! Ender inventory cake. Eat it to gain a permanent magical backpack. This doesn't seem that expensive. Eating this will unlock a second inventory screen? Cake, pumpkin pie, poisonous potato, nether quartz emerald, prismarine crystal, copper nugget, cookie, and an ender chest. That's not expensive. Like, none of that requires you to get that far into the game. Like, you just gotta do some nether stuff. And that's if there's no bypass to it, like using the uncrafting table to uncraft powdered eye of ender into some dust. Or into an eye. Good job finishing glass. I knew you could do it. One of these. Now I made leather. Then I'll need a chest, but I have all the ingredients for that in my inventory. There we go, our 2 tanks. Bada, bing, bada, boom. Now I can put this on my back, which I have 2 back slots. Or I can just miss and throw it on the ground. That's also an option. Now I can upgrade it to like make an iron or a gold and then a diamond. And a netherite backpack. Which would give me extra armor while it's on. Oh, so that charm I had has probably been used. Yeah, the illusion charm got used. There's got to be just a button, right? Backpack. Backpack inventory. All right. No, just be. Not bound. Perfect. Working as intended. Backpack. Create waypoint and open satchel. What do we set it to tab? Tab is for the player list, but there's not currently a players list. Okay, can I unbound the players list? They work if okay. Apparently open backpack using the button I've assigned to open backpack does not open backpack. Backpack inventory from Traveler's Backpack. All right. It's on my back. And the button doesn't do it. Well, I'm going to end the episode here anyways. We made some progress, and I do have a backpack, which I can just store in here, but I can just place this down and look inside. Oh, I don't even need to place this one down. I can just right-click it. I can throw that on my back. Where does it go? The void! Well, I don't know what... Okay, that's how you put it on my back slot. Well, it's been fun. Now I understand how it works. Have a happy October. This might be going up on Halloween. If so, happy Halloween.